play where I steal Jake from Marta?
No, Cassie, that's not in the play.
It is now.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most shocking HBO show moments.
I've had every kind of treatment over the years. Death is the last immersive experience I haven't tried.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most unexpected, devastating, and brutal instances from the home box office brand. This video may be under 15 minutes long, but it covers enough plot points to spoil about 2 decades of premium television. Which HBO moment shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Eye of the Dragon, House of the Dragon. How ironic that in a show filled with large-scale battles, the most savage moment is a petty squabble between children. Rhaena isn't at all pleased to learn that Aemond has taken Vhagar out for a joyride. Although Vhagar was meant for Rhaena, the dragon is now bonded to Aemond.
Vhagar is my mother's dragon.
Your mother's dead. Vhagar has a new rider now.
She was mine to claim.
Then you should have claimed her.
Things escalate quickly as Lucerys intervenes, leaving Aemond with one less eye. The night is just getting intense as Queen Alicent takes the whole eye for an eye thing quite literally. Going from green to red hot, Alicent is ready to deliver punishment herself, but she slashes Rhaenyra instead.
Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are.
The parties leave without any further bloodshed, but we're sure Aemond and Lucerys will look back at this squabble and laugh about it someday, right? Whoops! Number 9. Nate's fate, 6 feet under. Nate Fisher has multiple brushes with death, but he appears to be in good health as the final episodes approach. If 6 feet under taught us anything though, it's how sudden death can be.
He's in a coma, and there may be some long-term effects from everything that's happened. We won't know for certain until he wakes up, and we don't know when he will.
Nobody is prepared when Nate suffers a stroke and endures surgery. We're tricked into believing that Nate will pull through as he awakens from his coma. Nate thinks about his future, and he doesn't see Brenda in it.
I'm not gonna fight. I am so tired of fighting.
Their breakup makes it all the more devastating as Nate slips into what seems like a pleasant dream. As we see the late Nathaniel Sr. behind the wheel, it dawns on us that this is Nate's last stop.
Oh, man. I'm going in. Up to you.
Nate spent most of his life seeking meaning, but his death was tragically random. Number 8. Barry is bested. Barry. Barry is a trained assassin trying to pass himself off as an aspiring actor. In doing so, Barry puts on the performance of a lifetime, and the world is his stage. Barry breaks character in Season 3 as the facade he's created begins to crumble. After killing Janice 2 seasons earlier, Barry finds himself stuck between her father Jim and her boyfriend Jean.
You nuts! I don't know what else to do.
As the grief-stricken Jean seems to be headed off the deep end, Barry sees Jim as the last loose end that he needs to tie up. Preparing to pull the trigger, Barry suddenly finds several guns pointed at him.
Freeze! Drop the gun!
Jim and Jean set up Barry, who is finally arrested for his crimes. Mr. Cousineau was a better actor than even Barry realized.
Get him! Grab him!
Number 7. Omar's Last Stand, The Wire. Omar Little quickly established himself as a fan favorite, meaning his days were always numbered, especially given his line of work.
You are a parasite who leeches off
just like you,
the culture of drugs. Excuse me? What?
I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase.
It's how Omar bites the bullet that catches us off guard. Given Omar's legendary status, we imagine him perishing in a blaze of glory or facing off against his most ruthless rival yet. Instead, Omar goes out for a pack of smokes, paying little attention to a young drug dealer that he previously held at gunpoint.
Need a pack of Newport. Self-pack.
Kennard is among the few kids who don't fear Omar. Maybe that makes him brave, maybe that makes him stupid. Either way, Kennard proves that Omar isn't as immortal as his legacy. Like any other person on the receiving end of a firearm, he can die instantly. Number 6. Joel's Choice, The Last of Us. Whether you played the game 10 years earlier or were introduced to the story through the television adaptation, Joel's controversial choice will have you lying awake at night.
After all we've been through, everything I've done, it can't be for nothing.
The entire season has been building toward Joel and Ellie meeting up with the Fireflies. The fate of humanity rests on Ellie, whose immunity to the infection may be the key to producing a cure. However, the Fireflies neglected to tell them that Ellie would have to be sacrificed in the process. Having come to view Ellie as a daughter, Joel is ready to kill anyone who gets in his way, including Marlene.
It's not too late. Even now, even after what you've done, we can still find a way.
Joel keeps Ellie in the dark about everything, but it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out.
Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Number 5. Lexi's play, Euphoria. Lexi spends much of season 2 devising a semi-autobiographical school play that a faculty member really should have been supervising.
Lex, you really outdid yourself. I mean, where did she find these knockoffs?
Since most of the adults are as irresponsible as the teenage characters, Lexi is free to put on a show that hangs out everybody's dirty laundry.
I should stop? Me. I'm not the one putting on a play to humiliate and embarrass you. Oh, really? Then what is this?
Lexi's classmates soon realize that the play is about them, and Nate is especially peeved about his portrayal.
All right, babe. Time for me and the boys to work out.
Nate is so infuriated that he dumps Lexi's sister Cassie. We think Lexi did her a favor, but Cassie's animosity towards her sis reaches its boiling point.
Is this the part of the play where I steal Jake from Marta?
No, Cassie, that's not in the play.
It is now.
As Cassie storms the stage, Lexi's play becomes a forerunner to the 2022 Oscars. Art collides with reality, making for a performance nobody will ever forget, no matter how hard they try. Number 4. Tanya on the Boat, The White Lotus.
These people are powerful. You don't want to with them.
Season 2 of this anthology opens with a flash forward, revealing that somebody is going to wash up dead on the beach. Since Jennifer Coolidge's Tanya is the only returning guest from Season 1, we assumed she was the one character that Mike White wouldn't dare kill off. Even going back to the first season though, there were signs that Tanya was going to experience death sooner than later.
And every kind of treatment over the years. Death is the last immersive experience I haven't tried.
Even if you picked up on this foreshadowing, the way Tanya's story ends threw us all for a loop. After shooting her way through Quentin's yacht, Tanya just needs to get on a dinghy and head for civilization. Then, in a hilariously unceremonious, yet oddly fitting twist, this beloved character slips and drowns.
You got this.
You don't got this. Number 3. Logan's Final Flight, Succession.
Hail Loganus Maximus, slayer of Vikings. Morning, sir. How are you?
From the pilot, it's been established that Logan Roy isn't in the best health, and someone will soon take his place. We figured that he'd punch his card during the final season, but not only 3 episodes in.
I think today's the day. I'll talk to Sid.
It's business as usual as Logan boards a plane. When Tom calls the Roy children, telling them that Logan may be dead, the audience might think that this is a twisted joke.
It is very, very bad. It seems very bad. I'm so sorry to call you like this.
Can you put him on the phone?
This is all too real though, and Logan doesn't make it off the plane alive. We expected a figure as towering as Logan to exit this world in Shakespearean fashion.
Has his heart stopped? Has his heart stopped?
I don't know.
Instead, he dies like most people. One minute he's there, the next, he's gone. It's a surprisingly authentic portrayal of death we weren't prepared for.
Hang in there. Yeah,
Be okay.
it'll be okay. I know we love you, Dad.
Number 2, Christopher's Crash, The Sopranos.
There's this guy, his name's Matouche. He's a drug dealer. He did it. I swear, not me.
As gut-wrenching as Adriana's death is, it felt like her character arc was building toward a tragic finish. Meanwhile, Christopher's death is as random as, well, a car accident. It isn't the crash itself that kills Christopher, however. Learning that Christopher has fallen back into old habits, Tony notices the crushed baby seat in the back. Tony is constantly torn between his crime family and his family at home.
I'll never pass the drug test. What? You gotta get me out.
With his parental instinct kicking in, Tony suffocates Chris before he can inevitably endanger his daughter. Chris's death is made all the more shocking by the fact that this happens in the episode's first several minutes. Just as Adriana's story ended in long-term parking, Chris's fate was sealed the moment he got into a car. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Bernard Lowe's True Nature, Westworld. Twists like this are why we stay off Reddit.
What is this, Bernard?
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Cal Goes Blue, Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan was right in front of us the whole time.
My name is not John.
I'm so sorry.
Roger's Resting Place, His Dark Materials. It's much darker than the movie's ending, and rightfully so.
I don't want to leave you!
Everybody Hates Perry, Big Little Lies. We didn't think Bonnie would be the one to do him in, but we'll gladly take it. Jillian and Jimmy, Boardwalk Empire. Even Oedipus and Freud are like, that's too much, man.
There's no one else in all the world. There's only you and me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, The Red Wedding, Game of Thrones. After Ned Stark's beheading, Game of Thrones established that anyone can meet a premature end.
Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
And when somebody dies on this show, they stay dead. Unless you're Jon Snow. But that moment still gave us chills.
For the watch.
Yet, no scene is draped in more infamy than the Red Wedding. Killing a main character is one thing. Killing multiple Starks in one sitting is a bombshell that HBO may never top. Even if you read the books, you might have been prepared for Catelyn and Robb's deaths, but the fate of the latter's wife is much different in the source material. So the show's version wound up being more shocking than anyone could have anticipated. But now, the rains weep o'er his hall, and not a soul to hear.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.